Hello, I'm Rob Phillips, and welcome to my channel. You know, sometimes the mind starts to chatter, it starts running with thoughts, and it feels like there's no way for us to get out of it. The problem is we can never change the world around us, and we can't even directly control our mind. But what we can do is use our physical body as an anchor to get back into this present moment, and that's what this class is going to be all about. We're going to use the body in our Yin Yoga practice as a way to bring stability to our attention, as a way to feel grounded and to feel connected again and again in the present moment. And so by following this class, my hope is that if you're feeling a little unsettled, a little restless, this will give you just the right tools to find the sense of balance that you need. So finally, before we start, in terms of props, I'm going to recommend that you have a blanket and a couple of blocks. As always, if you enjoy this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. As a final point, if you want to go deeper into some of these ideas about balance and equilibrium, check out my new free course, the Embodied Mindfulness Method. I'm going to put a link in the description down below. Otherwise, please gather your props, and today we're going to find our way into a comfortable seat to get started here. So I'd recommend sitting up on a blanket, kind of like I am here. Feel free to find cross-legged, and if you'd like, you could even start on your back. You could be a little more grounded that way. Hands can rest onto the knees. They could also perhaps rest onto your lap here. Either way, make sure that you feel comfortable. Make sure that you feel grounded and stable. Close your eyes and begin to relax here. Begin to connect here. The thing to understand, and I hinted at this in my introduction, when it comes to mental clarity, you should never try to silence the mind. You should never push back or fight against the mind. That's actually counterproductive. But what we can do is gently direct our attention to something different. And today, as I've said, we're going to be working with the body as that anchor. So can you feel the sensations of the body here? Can you feel the earth beneath you? Relaxing the body, softening through physical tension, especially maybe in the face or the eyebrows. I think you'll find that by relaxing the body, as we'll definitely do in this way of practicing, the mind will start to soften a bit too. The mind will feel a bit more calm too. And so again, if there's chatter, if there's restlessness, no problem. Let that be what it is. Notice that is happening. But keep directing the attention back to the physical. Feeling the body in this moment. Feeling that direct, tangible connection here with your experience. Really using that as your bridge, really using that as your gateway back into the present moment here. Finally here, let's take a gentle inhale breath through our nose. Take a gentle exhale breath out our mouth. Lower the chin down, release, and let that go. And we'll be remaining in seated, but let's extend our legs out long. Let them go. We can shake them out, stir them up a bit. And I'm going to recommend that you still remain seated on top of a blanket. From here, the feet can come together, the knees are apart, and you might want to grab your block. So for this type of pose, really for every pose, we want to make sure that there's no discomfort in our knees. So if you need to, you can slide blocks under the legs or some other prop under the legs to support them. But even if you're not using the block in that way, I like to have the blocks under my hands just to give me some feedback here. So you can find that connection. Take a gentle inhale for some length. Exhale, you'll want to come forwards just far enough that you can feel the pose. You can really notice that direct, tangible connection of things. but never pushing so far that the pose becomes intense or aggressive. If you're newer to Yin Yoga as a practice, just knowing that the pose doesn't need to feel easy, but you never want to work through pain or sharp sensations. You never want to push the body to any sort of a point where harm may begin to happen. So if that's the case for you, notice if that shift has happened and back away, ease out. Knowing it's always better to work too gently than it could ever be to work too aggressively here. As you relax the body, tune into the body and really feel the effects of the pose here. The physical sensations can keep us anchored and, again, in essence, get us a bit out of our head and instead back into the present moment. And again, thoughts will come up. You'll have moments where you're lost, kind of distracted maybe. Moments where you feel restless or maybe even bored, perhaps. We all have those moments. But what you can do is to invite the attention back to the physical. Come back to noticing the body here. Come back to investigating just what this pose feels like. Notice all of the many shifts that may be happening for you here. Each time that we come back, each time that we reconnect, we're building a new foundation. We're reestablishing awareness in this moment. The more we can do that, the more naturally we'll be able to find clarity and calm beneath the normal turbulence of things. So let's take just a final complete breath here. Gently press yourself up and away from the floor. And maybe you'd like to roll the shoulders. Maybe you'd like to roll the neck and the upper back a bit. From here, we can extend our legs forwards. Let them relax. Let them release a bit here too to reset. And from here, we're going to find our way forward. So we're going to move onto our belly so you can kind of clear more or less everything out. If you need a little extra cushion under the hips, a blanket can be nice, although it's definitely not required. So, trust your instinct, trust your intuition on whether that makes sense for you or not. But come here and rest in a prone position and take a few nice slow breaths. Feel that resonance in the body and just understanding the idea that when we work in this practice, the main poses can be a little more challenging. But the transitional poses give us a chance to kind of bounce back and to get a pleasant afterglow in response to that. And again, here, really every moment is a chance to come back to the physical. To tune into our experience, to be with it as it is, again and again. Now, from here, what we're going to come into is a pose called open wing pose. So to set up open wing, you're going to take your left arm, you're going to open it out by your side with the palm facing down. I know I'm getting a little cut off on my camera, but not a problem here. Just trust that my hand is flat on the floor. Adjusting the angle as you need to, and then rolling over until you feel a nice release on that inner arm all the way up into the shoulder itself. Now, please understand you want to roll over just as far as you need to, and you may need to adjust the placement of the legs. Make sure they're relaxed. I like to flip over, but many of my students lay more something like this. And the final detail is either keep your right hand forwards or consider taking your right hand behind the back. Either way should be fine here. And while you're here, again, embracing the idea of truly feeling the earth beneath you, truly feeling that base and foundation. Relaxing the body, settling, letting go. And continuing to invite attention back to your physical experience. What do you feel in the body here? What is the direct connection happening here and now? And of course, can you continue to relax the body? Can you continue to settle into the shape? Inviting that physical release, which should allow for a greater sense of mental release as well. Let's take one more complete breath like we are here. And begin to unwind. You can roll your way onto the center of the chest. And if you'd like, maybe turning your head to the side. You could also rest your forehead on your hands if you prefer, whichever one feels more natural for you. But feel the rebound, feel the reset here. For these few moments, take your few deep breaths. And again, notice that lightness, that afterglow, we might call it. Natural sense of rebound and surrender. Maybe already starting to feel the shift of your mental patterns. The thoughts will still come and go, but maybe they have a little less pull to them. Maybe it's a little bit easier to just let them be what they are. Let's set up our second half of our open wing pose. So when you're ready for it, you can start to open your right arm out and alongside you. Again, the palm is facing down. You can play with the exact angle of things. And then you'll begin to roll over onto the right side until you feel a pull on that inner line of the right shoulder. Maybe you flip the legs over like I do. Maybe that top arm kind of comes over here, as mine is. But as with everything I teach here, notice the sensations in your body. Let them be what guides you into this. Make sure the neck is relatively relaxed. I realized on the first side I may have forgot to mention, perhaps you'll need a pillow or a cushion to help support you for that. But again, most importantly here, feel the earth beneath you and relax the body in that general sense. Let yourself really drop into this. Let yourself truly settle into this. Let the physical sensations of the body be what guides you. Notice the sensations of the pose and how they evolve over time. None of this is static. Everything is always evolving here. What can you relax? What can you let go of here? Truly feel that here in your final moment and take just one more complete breath. And then slowly you'll begin to roll your way out. You'll shift and find your way onto the belly. And remember, you can have your arms back, maybe turn on your other side cheek, or maybe just rest in like a more simple neutral position. Either way should be fine here, but feel that rebound and that reset. Feel that release. Feel that nice, pleasant afterglow here for yourself. And take a few nice deep breaths to really experience that. From here, let's reorient ourselves. I want us to find our way onto our back so you can basically like roll over in place. If you need to turn around, of course, that's fine too. But in general, just like finding your way on your back and continue to settle for a few more breaths. And again, let that physical connection of your body be what grounds you. Let it be what stabilizes you here in your experience. Take a few deep breaths for that. And then as you're ready to, we're going to take a pair of twists here on our back. So I'd like for you to walk your legs in and bend the knees. Come into a little shift, a little sway back and forth. From here, please cross your left leg over the top of the right. You can stack your knees. Take a gentle inhale breath there. And then slowly, as you exhale, roll the legs over to the right, across the body to dial in that twist. Left shoulder, left arm can open out onto the floor. The head could turn, whatever feels comfortable, but this should feel like a nice unraveling, a nice release. You can certainly support the legs or do whatever setup you would like here. But again, really feeling the contact with the floor, really feeling that grounding foundation. By design, most of the sequence happens very close to the floor, so we can really always have that tangible base. So that again, we can feel the idea that thoughts will always come and go. Our experience will always ebb and flow. But we can continue to notice, we can continue to be here with the physical experience. And through doing so, know that we are always present here in this moment. Let's take one more complete breath here, like we are. And slowly begin to draw the legs back into the middle, and we can release our cross. And take a moment to shift, to release, and to reset, and just pause here in neutral. And take a few deep breaths. Feel that rebound. Feel that reset for yourself. Feel how the body naturally rebalances after that deeper twist. From here, we're going to set up for the second side, of course. So as you're ready to, please cross your right leg over the top. You'll stack the knees. Here, you'll take a gentle inhale breath, and slowly, as you exhale, roll the legs over to the left, across the body. Feel that unwind. Feel that release here for yourself. And again, otherwise, fine-tune this. Otherwise, adapt this so that it suits just what your body needs. As you relax the body, let the support of the floor stabilize you and ground you. Feel how the physical softening allows for that mental softening, which makes it so much more natural, so much more easy to be here with whatever's arising for you. And really, all the while, take that in. Be here for the experience, notice just what that's like, and yet let go of any resistance, any pushback that bubbles up within it. Take a final complete breath like you are here, and then slowly begin to draw your way back into the middle. Release the legs, shift, and reset. Just let everything unravel. And from here, we're going to set up for a final rest, Shavasana. So we extend our way out onto the floor. We open the feet and the arms. You can even cover with your blanket. You can take whatever setup feels like it would help you to drop in here fully. Make sure that you feel grounded. And again, keeping with this idea of letting the earth support us, letting the body ground us. The more we can practice that, the more clarity we'll find, especially if there is restlessness or turbulence here. With your eyes closed here, scan the body, make sure you're completely at rest, completely relaxed. And one last time, let's take a deep inhale breath through our nose. Open up the mouth and exhale, let everything go. Just feel that release, feel that wave of calm for your final few minutes here. So please just take a final few moments as you are on your back. Tune in and connect and really feel what has settled in those last few minutes. Start to deepen the breath, start to invite small movements, and gradually let those movements help you find your way onto your side. Press your way up to a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and let's check in here. Can you really feel the body in this moment? Can you really notice the breath in this moment? Join the hands in front of the heart. So again, and as always, my thanks to each of you for sharing your practice, and may our practice bring benefit to all beings. And we bow. So again, thank you so much for joining. As always, if you have thoughts or questions, please shoot me a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And again, if you want to go deeper into Yin Yoga, meditation, the philosophy behind it, highly encourage you to check out my completely free course, the Embodied Mindfulness Method. There's a link down below in the description.